This is a video for all my fellow people pleasers out there. You know who you are. You know, you always want people to be happy. You're always willing to give your energy, sacrifice your happiness first to bring other people joy. Even if you're feeling down and depressed, you feel like you need to look strong and keep a happy face and make everyone else feel welcome and full of life, you know? Stop doing that, for one. I would say I'm an ex-people pleaser, but I want to share my wisdom for how I got here, because it's a journey. It's a journey to let that go. And this one is a very important one that will be the first step on your great journey to being free of the need to people please and the need to constantly give yourself. This is one that's about the kind of company that you keep and a kind of friend to be mindful of, the kind of friend to not surround yourself with. Because I noticed that I was doing this a lot. I would surround myself with people. Almost tripped. I surrounded myself with people that were always in need of help. They always needed something from me. And I felt useful. I felt like I always had something to give them, right? Some kind of wisdom, just being there for them physically, you know. Whenever they need a friend, I'm able to come and arrive, literally, and be like, hey, I'm here for you. I got you. Anything you need to talk about, vent about, I'm right here. And that's a good quality to have as a friend. Always a great quality to be there for your friends. The problem, lies in when those people are chronic complainers. I'm talking about the people that don't just have ups and downs like humans, but the ones who are just always down. I'm not talking about somebody going through a depressive episode either. I'm talking about people that for years on end, months to years on end, every time you hang out, it's about drama, it's about gossip, it's about what's going wrong in life, what's going wrong in work, what's going wrong in the family, what's going wrong in, I don't know, the weather today, why it's just too humid, why their mom is just the biggest pain in the butt, why all their boss is just... And it seems like their favorite conversation topic is what the problem with their life is today. And that's all they want to talk about. And you, being a kind person, being a loving person, want to listen and want to support them and want to be there for them and want to say, oh, you're so right. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're so unfair. Oh my gosh, yeah, the weather does suck. Oh yeah, you're so right. Because you want them to be happy, right? You're like, oh, I see that they're hurting or that there's something going on in their life. I can definitely offer some relief here. So you do that. And you constantly do that. And after you maybe talk to them for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long you spend with them, you can't help but feel drained. You're like, where did my energy go, dude? Why do I feel exhausted? What happened? Well, you see, the thing is, you surrounded yourself with negativity. And that's exhausting. And if you're the kind of person that people pleases, chances are you're very sensitive to other people's energies, sensitive to their emotions. You're probably an empath. And you pick up on the emotions that they're putting off, they're giving off. So if you are constantly around this person, you know, you might go home that day and then you recharge, you hop off the phone. You're like, wow, exhausted. Gotta just go chill, watch TV, play some video games, be alone, listen to some music for a second, because damn, I'm exhausted. That was a hard conversation. That was a long conversation, bro. And you might come to notice, and this is how you spot that person, pay attention to what they like to talk about whenever you hang out. Pay attention to the things that they constantly feel the need to yap about when they take you to Yap City. If this is a person who, vents here and there, that's a completely normal human thing. We all do it. We all got stuff that's going on. Totally normal. But if for months and months and months, y'all are hanging out and all they want to talk about is what's wrong, you got to move on, dog. You got to move on, because that kind of energy will bring you down, as it did with me. And I could not surround myself with people like that any longer. People that do not want to help themselves. And that is the biggest thing. They're always in need of someone to join them in the pity party. And you can help them and you can talk to them and you can say whatever great advice you think you have. And they don't listen and they never help themselves. You have to stop giving yourself to those kinds of people. They're never going to get better. There is no magic phrasing of words, no magic order that you can put the words in that will suddenly cure them. There's no certain amount of money to help them to pay for their bills or food or whatever it is. There's no magic amount of money or magic amount of assistance that you can give that will suddenly fix them, fix their problems, and put them on the right track. They have to make that decision for themselves. So don't waste your time constantly doing that. Now, there are people that are out there who will take your help and they will grow and they will evolve with you, and you will see it and you will feel it. It will be obvious. You're already an empath. You're going to know. But those people who are just leeching that energy off of you, misery loves company, bro. Gotta stop. You have to stop. I had to get rid of those people, and I will say that it opens up so much space for friends that will grow with you, for friends that lift me up too. So I'm not just constantly having to give myself and shrink myself and give my energy, because then what's left for me, right? And what I do every day in my job is make millions of people happy, make them laugh, give them something meaningful. So if my cup is empty, how am I going to pour joy into somebody's life? And that's one of the most simple analogies that you might hear all the time, is that your cup needs to run over, be overflowing, so that you can pour into somebody else's. So you got to do that. And if you're constantly around people, hold on a second. If you're constantly around people that are draining your energy, stealing from your cup, bro, it's a no-go. You will find, trust me, here's a little test. This is an experiment for you to try. If, as I've been explaining this, you kind of have an idea of a friend, you're like, I don't want to admit to myself that he's kind of talking about this person, but as he's talking about this person, or as he's talking, it's reminding me of this friend that I have. And I feel like I knew that already, that I shouldn't be friends with them, because I feel like they're taking my energy, but I'm going to pretend that he's not talking about them. I dare you. Give yourself some distance from that friend for a week. If you talk to them every day, make up some excuses. Be like, hey, y'all, I'm busy today. Can't talk. Or like, hey, dude, I really want to sit down and talk with you about this stuff, but I got some stuff going on. I'm going to be busy. Hey, it's, I got a lot of work I got to get done this week, or I'm trying to work out more. Make up some excuse. Give yourself a reason to have some space from them. You don't actually have to work out or do whatever. Just, you're making some excuses. You're protecting your own peace. Tell me in a week's time, when you were talking to them all the time, tell me how you feel. Rank it from 0 to 10. Rank how you feel now when you're constantly talking to them. How exhausted do you feel? 0 through 10. 0 being I'm great. 10 being I'm freaking exhausted, bro. I want to pass out. Do that. Wait a week, and I guarantee you're going to see, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I have so much more energy. Man, they were dragging me down. You got to take that step for yourself. You have to protect your own energy and your own peace so that you can give to the people who are ready to receive it, so that you can help more people truly. If you're an empath like me, that's how you're going to best serve people. That's how you're going to heal yourself. And that's how you're going to find that you can make even more of a difference. So stop wasting your time with people that don't want to help themselves. Help yourself first. Care more about yourself first, so that you can give to the right people. So yes, there is a kind of friend to be very careful about. Run the little test. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it 3 weeks, give it a month. You're going to notice that person might be a friend. That person might be a romantic partner. That person might be a family member. You don't owe any of these people your time. And if it is any one of these people, you might need to give them some space. Trust me, when you see that you feel so much better when they're not constantly in your business, you're never going to want to go back.